All right, we're going to start this one. This is going to be about sea stars, okay? Or you can probably know them as sea starfish. All right, here it says, what are sea stars? Sea stars are sea animals. They have rough, bumpy skin. You guys can see all those. Large sea stars are about the size of a bicycle wheel. Small sea stars are about the size of a quarter. And then if you see this, look right here. This is a giant sea star. I think it's humongous. Body parts. Sea stars have 5 or more arms called rays. Okay, so this is a ray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sea stars have tiny feet shaped like tubes. Many strong feet cover the bottom of each ray. So this is its ray, its arm, but then it's got little tiny suction cup feet that come out. What sea stars do? Sea stars move slowly. They grip coral reefs and rocks with their feet. And here's a picture of 2 of them. Sea stars sometimes lose their rays. They grow new rays. All right, so this is kind of cool because if a sea star gets bitten by something, it will lose that one, but then it can grow a new one. All right, and I told you before that when we went to Myrtle Beach, we found some sea stars and starfish, but a lot of them were missing some of their arms, but they were still alive. It was really cool because and then they can just grow a new one. And really, they could have all of them bitten off except for one, and it'll grow all new ones. It's really cool. Sea stars eat plants and animals. Sea stars open clams with their feet. Right? And I don't know if you can see this very well, but this black part in the middle here is a clam, and it's using its legs and arms to pull that clam open, and then it'll reach in there and pull out the stuff that's in there, and it'll eat it. Sea stars push their stomachs into the clam shell. Then they eat the clams. And this, if you can see that little, it's kind of light colored. That's its stomach that it pushed into the clam. That's right there. And it like eats its inside. It eats the inside of the clam by pushing its stomach into there. It's kind of weird. Under the sea. Sea stars can be many different colors. Sea stars live under the sea. Look at that big blue one. That's pretty cool. And that's the end. So that's all about sea stars. All right. We'll be back with another one. All right. So I'm going to do 2 books on each one. So this one is Sea Turtles. Okay. What are sea turtles? Sea turtles are reptiles. It's a really good picture of a couple sea turtles. Sea turtles poke their beaks out of the water to breathe. Sea turtles swim and crawl with their flippers. Hard shells protect the soft bodies of sea turtles. Sea turtles are about as long as a child is tall. Some grow to be as tall as adult. Some grow to be as long as a tall adult. Ugh, didn't read that right. Migrating. Some sea turtles migrate. They swim far to find food and mates. Remember, we talked about animals that migrate, like reindeer and things that move to different places to find food. And that's what sea turtles do too. Sea turtles find currents of warm water. The currents help sea turtles swim long distances quickly. And if you remember in Finding Nemo, when his dad finds the sea turtles, they're swimming on currents that move really fast, right? And that's kind of a cool part. It's kind of like I don't know how you would say it, like a river of water moving in the ocean, right? And that's kind of weird how there'd be a river of water in the ocean, but yeah, it kind of moves a different speed than the other water. Female sea turtles crawl on beaches. They dig holes and lay their eggs. Young sea turtles hatch on beaches. They hurry to the sea to find safety. You can see some of the babies down here. Now, when I was little, we went to Florida to see my grandpa, and we went to the beach, and they actually had spots that were marked off that you couldn't go there because there was turtle eggs there, and you had to be careful. Now, the baby turtles also try to hurry from here to go to the water because there are all kinds of animals that are around that try to eat them for food. So the sea turtles got to try to hurry, right? Now, if you were a little baby, would you figure out where you're supposed to go? Yeah, me neither. But sea turtles, they have special stuff in their brains that tell them where to go. And so they can figure out how to get to the ocean. And then when they get to be grown-up sea turtles, they can find their way back to this same beach. Isn't that crazy? Under the sea. Sea turtles swim under the sea. Look at that sea turtle with all those fish. That's pretty cool. And that's the end of that one. All right, now I have something I want to show you with sea turtles here real quick. Okay, so this is the life cycle of a sea turtle. So when sea turtles are born, right, their mom lays eggs. Then the sea turtle hatches and goes into the ocean. Then it grows up into they call it a juvenile. That's when it's not all the way grown up. And then it grows up into a grown-up sea turtle. Okay. So it says eggs. A female turtle lays 50 to 200 eggs on the beach. She buries the eggs in the sand. The eggs stay there for 6 to 8 weeks. Hatchling. A tiny hatchling makes its way to the sand and goes straight to the ocean. This walk is very dangerous. If the hatchling survives, it will float in the water and feed on algae. Juvenile. The juvenile will continue to grow and get stronger. It will spend its time in a feeding area close to shore. This period lasts for many years. Adult turtle. 10 to 50 years after hatching, depending on the kind of turtle, the turtle is now considered an adult. They will migrate back to the beach where they are ready to reproduce. Isn't that crazy? And then that just shows us sea turtles again. Awesome. That is so awesome how sea turtles can figure out where to go right back from where they hatched. Cool. All right. So I hope you enjoyed our 2 books about sea stars or starfish and sea turtles.